Hi everyone! In this lesson I'm going to go over some powerful do's that you need to consider when you're looking at designing your resume. Now there's those standard things that you see in every single resume, but in today's competitive world it is really important to think of new ways that you can make your resume shine. So the first thing that you want to always consider throughout all of your resumes, regardless of the field that you're looking to apply to, is this: keep it simple. The simpler your resume is, the more straightforward your content reads, the better off you are in landing the interview you're looking for. People that go through resumes do not have a lot of time. So if you keep it simple, keep it short and sweet, and if at all possible, try to keep that content to one page, you're in a lot better position in the long run. Because again, people don't have a lot of time. I go through resumes several times a year, and the resumes that are quick read and I know exactly who I'm looking at on this piece of paper are the ones that get the interview. So the simpler the better in terms of your content and your overall design. Now, another do is this. In addition to keeping things simple, this is also a surefire way to bring your resume to the top of the pile instead of deep in the bottom of a trash can. And that is to use action words. So many times when people are using the areas to describe what they do in their job, they fail to use action words in their resume. Action words to a person looking to hire someone says that, hey, I did something. I developed, I created, I imagined, I oversaw, I managed. All these action words that you're going to need a thesaurus for to help you out are going to help you solidify a much better standing with your resume, because again, it shows the person reading it that you have actually done things in your career instead of just a bunch of text that doesn't say that. So always start that list underneath your professional experience with an action word, and you're already well ahead of the game when it comes to the competition out there. In addition, you want to make sure that your resume stands out artistically. If you're a graphic designer, that means that your resume is another piece of your portfolio, and in some cases it may be the only thing that a potential client, a potential hiring manager, or anybody else out there may see. So if you are a designer, this is the way for you to show it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, again, go back to being simple. You don't want to overdo it. Now, I have a certain opinion about those novelty resumes that go way over the top just to make a standing point. Now, this is up to you. I don't want to tell you what to do when it comes to your resume, but know that from a hiring manager perspective, those resumes almost try too hard. So I don't mind seeing a resume that looks like a resume. There's only so many things you can do with one sheet of paper and the content when resumes have that same content. But there are several things in design that stand out to me. How the colors flow, how the fonts flow, all of that is going to help me know that this person is the designer I'm looking for. So find a balance between crazy over-the-top promotion and well-designed, I know what I'm doing, here's my skills on the resume. In addition, be unique. Again, it's hard to be unique in the resume world because there's only so much you can do with resumes. But this is you. This is a piece of paper that says everything that you're about. So it's okay to work in a little bit of your personality, a little bit of your style, and your overall skill set into this document. The biggest thing when it comes to resumes is you want it to be easy to read. So you want to stay away from too much content. This could be extremely tricky, especially if you have years and years of experience to try to tailor everything down the best way that you can. But you want to keep that content simple, so you don't want to overload your resume with too much information. And in the future lessons, I'm going to show you how to break out that content so it's easier for you to tailor that down to the one-page format you're looking to strive for. So keep it simple and don't overdo it with the information that you have. The other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to create a resume that's not about you. Don't copy someone else's resume. Don't copy someone else's design. This is about you. If you're not a designer, it's okay to use Word to design your resume. It's all about you. And whatever job you're applying for, your resume needs to say that. And because it's all about you, it's also important not to lie on your resume. That may be a given, but I'm also talking about embellishment here. Whatever is on your resume is up for negotiation, it's up for questioning, and it's also up for fact checking. So you want to make sure that everything that you're putting on that resume is accurate and that you can prove that it's accurate. And that way the resume speaks for you in all its glory, and it's going to help you to get that next job that you're looking for. The other thing to consider about your resume is you don't have to cram everything you possibly can onto it. So as we work through future lessons and I show you how to break out that content, I'm going to show you some cliches that you're going to find on a lot of resumes, and I'm going to actually give you the tip to get rid of them. And the objective is the number one thing that is probably on 99% of every single resume, and in the next lesson I'm going to show you why you should say no to putting it on that resume.